I wasn't ready. Jesus Christ. Hold on. My pants aren't zipped. Okay, I got it. Hey, everybody. What's up? I am Clan Diesel. This is everyone's favorite alternate Thursday show. It's After the Roll. Sorry for everyone that was hoping it was three old men. But as you can see on the screen, there's more than three. Because math.
They're not all men.
I was gonna say, there's also that point.
Listen, I don't see gender, so I don't know.
That's fair.
And
I
what's
did
up
just
with zipping your
get a
pants?
haircut.
We were supposed to wear pants to this thing.
I mean, you
I'm
can
still-
wear what you want to. You can be bottomless for all I know.
I
Like I said,
mean,
most people tend to believe that you're a Navy AI, so we are surprised that you have a body at this point.
well, the reason that this is on, and as you can see, we rep it, is because the coding said I couldn't be shirtless.
You scratched your nipple.
Makes sense.
No,
There's,
my nipple is not way over here, Timmy.
did you say nipple? Is that allowed? Is that a thing you can say?
You can say it.
I've
you
been
can't
wearing my
show it.
pajama pants all
Oh,
day.
okay.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm glad that there's a rule. All right. So, like I said, it's After the Roll, where we talk about D&D, pants, no pants, artificial intelligence, and nipples. I am your host, Clan Diesel, and here with me this alternate Thursday are some very wonderful people that I sometimes like to play games with. Of course, first and foremost, we have
To Clan.
a 5 gifted sub from Double Bug.
We're just casually having a hype train here.
We're just,
You know, just
what?
casual hype train. Trying
Hey,
to put on
hey,
a show.
look,
Casual hype
Mama
train.
Diz is now sub to the
There you
Nerd
go.
Copy Network.
There you go. You know what? If
Shout
they don't
score
bring the
too.
hype, we'll make our own. So, where was I before we boarded this hype train to hell?
Oh my.
Driving it.
We have the one, the only, the DM Supreme, Dr. Diz. What's up, Diz?
Oh, just hanging out, on the train.
Just hanging out, enjoying all this hype and shit. All right, cool. Now going in no particular order, we have the one, the only, Ellen.
I'm not used to being the first after this. I
You're
don't like
supposed
it.
to say. You're supposed to say something.
I
more than just-
waved.
She did. She said
I
she's
know, but
not
you're
used to
not the
being the first
queen.
after Diz.
The
She
queen can
didn't.
get away with.
She didn't wave like
If
this.
you want
did like
intro
this.
lines, you've got to script us intro lines, Clan.
No, we do improv. That's where this shit. That's where the magic happens.
The wave was improv.
I give it an X Play 2 out of 5.
What do you want from me?
I do have an ideal now, so
Oh God.
I'm making a note.
Oh no.
Nice.
I don't like when
Uh.
Diz makes notes.
Hi Zach. We got a hype train. It was very cool.
It's still going. We still
It's
got
still
3
going.
minutes of this train.
Yep, that's right. Also with us this lovely evening. You know him by many names. You know him as Buck. You know him as Double Aught Buck. You know him as that WoW guy. You know him as that Navy AI. The one, the only. I already said his name. Fuck it, it's Buck.
Fucking, it's Buck.
Diz, I can't with him.
You just disrespected.
He left
Can't
the
even-
only title out that matters.
The Admiral?
Yeah, so you left that out. So,
How dare
I'm gonna
you?
chat just for y'all. I'm gonna give Clan a fine Navy salute.
Listen, I'm just. Who gave you the name, sir?
You
Um,
come to
was
my
me.
show and you disrespect me in
That
front of my
depends.
family.
I gave you the honorary rank of Admiral.
Well, I mean, what about the people that gave me the title of Rear Admiral?
Listen, what you do in the privacy of your own home is up to you.
Are you a lower half or an
I mean,
upper
I
half?
wasn't gonna say it, but
You thought it though. You thought it.
absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Spend too much
Exactly.
time with you.
This is true. And last but certainly not least, his name is Tim,
Tebow.
and he is wonderful. Hey, Tim.
Oh, hello. Quick question. How much would this train, this metal beast, how much would it sell on the market? Does it have a heart? Can I
Does
kill it?
not have a heart, but fun fact, you can kill it with one Phoenix down.
Ooh.
Mm.
No,
Um,
the hell, you got to suplex this motherfucker.
So I have to down a phoenix. What is that? What is that? That could mean many things. I'm confused.
You have to roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. One moment.
You got to drink.
All right.
Who
Clan Diesel.
remembers how combat works?
I got a drink. All right. I do have a drink. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat.
Yeah. First he fucks up the title and then he disregards what I did.
Right.
Wow.
I did not fuck up everything. Everything is going exactly
Harley.
to plan, sir.
He doesn't get ramen or homemade ice cream.
That is a 21 for
Oh
initiative.
shit.
Damn.
That's
He-
fighting dirty.
He hurt my
Oh,
feelings.
are we doing this? All right. DM Diesel. Here we go. All right. That's a hit.
Fuck it.
Jeez.
Roll for damage.
All right. So we're doing after the roll, of course, but we talk about the wonderful, the great, the you should be watching it homebrewed campaign by Dr. Diz that is here on Nerdicopia Network every other almost Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Actually, every second and fourth Saturday. Just to
There
be
you go. Every
Unless
second
there's
and fourth
holidays.
Saturday.
Train success.
At Christmas.
All right.
Wait, what
so
is this?
now,
Is that a stressed out bunny? Why
It's
is that
not.
such a fucking mood? Anyway, sorry.
that is true.
It's
There you go.
you.
So we're going to talk about some dragons and dungeons. And I guess we'll get this started with everyone's favorite section, discussions.
Oh god, I wasn't on the button.
Oh, damn it, Diz. You
I
got
was playing
one
with-
job
I was
tonight.
playing with the emotes.
Jeez. Gee,
Okay,
that's it.
we're
We're
there.
done. So good
We're
night,
there.
everybody. Remember, EDAR this Saturday.
Oh, Buck's in the,
last
Buck's
time
in the
we-
hot tub for his commentary.
We last time we had such fun causing you such pain. So
That is true. You did. You did. You enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so Diz, if you don't mind, we're gonna go to a place. All right, we're gonna go to a serious place. Not so many guffaws, some laws, but a question that I think a lot of people who are dungeon masters, game masters, if you will, would have, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to run into the same problem. And it's not really a problem per se. It's not like it's done maliciously by anyone or anything. It's just sometimes things come up, right?
okay.
Sometimes you get sick, something happens in your family, it's the
Mhm.
holidays, whatever, and your scheduled D&D game cannot continue, right? So for us, for instance, if it's a holiday, generally we will cancel that weekend's game because everybody's traveling, doing their thing, spending time with family. Believe it or not, chat, sometimes there are more important things than D&D. Not many, but a few. You know, sometimes, like I said, you're traveling, you're meeting family, having weird sexual encounters, whatever. We don't judge. So, see, I lied about the guffaws. I trapped you. You thought it was going to be all serious, and then I hit you with sex talk. I see you, Ellen.
Is Adam Carolla
I'm
here?
invisible. I don't know what
Maybe,
the fuck you're talking
yeah.
about.
That's true.
Dr.
Timmy is
Dr. J.
correct. We do not kink shame. So, this, if you would explain our the rule that you have, our rule about the 50-50 rule. Diz implemented this, and I think it's a pretty good idea. And feel free to make it your own, but go over the 50-50 rule.
Yeah. I found that I've ran a lot of games over the course of DMing. I've ran games with just one person showing up, and those could be fun. And I mean, to each his own. But I have this 50-50 rule, as in 50% of the players have to show up because it puts too much strain on the other players and myself to have to deal with where their characters are. So if less than 50% of the people show up, then we just don't have the game that night.
Right. Right. And
Yeah,
I
no
think
hard
that's a fair
feelings.
rule. Right. It's nothing personal or anything like that. It's a fair rule, right? Sometimes you just can't make it for whatever reason. It's happened to all of us. Everybody here has not been able to make it for whatever reason at some point, right?
Not true.
That stop it.
I have not missed a session ever. I want that on
Well,
record.
there was one time you were in the hospital. No, you actually played that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought I was
Oh,
thinking
that one
about
time
that
you were on
too.
vacation, and no, you played that. You were on the show that night too. So that wasn't D&D.
So, like I said, I think the 50-50 rule is pretty fair. I think it's a good rule. I think other people should adopt a similar rule, customize it to their table, how their players feel about it. The other thing is, and it's something we run into, is when a player is not able to be at a game.
Mhm.
Sometimes the session before, you're like, all right, we're going to do this thing, and this is going to be, your character is going to take center stage, and we're going to do this and everything. And everybody's like, yeah, cool, whatever. And then it's like, oh, well, I broke my leg. My pee smells funny. I can't be there. Um, whatever reason, work, emergency work. Well, that's happened to us before many times. It's emergency work.
I thought you were gonna say taste funny, but smells funny. Fine. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, not everybody is a dodgeball coach. Um, so then you're kind of at a little bit of a problem. So how do you handle that when you still have the game? There's 50% of your players, right?
Hmm.
But yet the one that you were just ending the episode on, getting ready to have their moment, is not there. How do you pivot and handle that?
Well, you have to improv quite a bit when you're playing because you can't predict what's going to happen or if somebody can show up or not. But we ran into that moment on this last session
Hmm.
where we ended the session before on a moment where that player wasn't there, and we're
Hmm.
thinking, well, he'll be here the next time, and so we ended it on the cliffhanger of you know that moment for that character. So I usually don't like to do those moments unless the actual players. Now, if I have to, I will. Uh, but I don't like to do it because I like to see them here. I like to have them enjoy that moment when it happens because they've probably been working on that for a while.
Right.
So in this instance, I talked to the other player that was kind of making the event happen for that other character, and we just decided that um, where she wasn't very practiced on the spell that she was trying to use, and it was being used in a very unique way, that it just wouldn't work right now, and that she could try it again later when that person could be there.
Yeah.
So it just delayed that part of the story, but it wasn't part of the main storyline. So it was just character building stuff. So it really didn't affect the progress of the campaign, in general. So
Right. Yeah. 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 The this one of the things that we did was the character
Mhm.
just was like, I need some time alone, and walked into another room.
Yeah, it kind of made him uncomfortable, and we played it where he just kind of stepped away. We do
Yeah.
have another player that we knew that he would be kind of hit or miss on being able to come, and it would be very last minute on him being able to tell us. So we really enjoy playing with him, or at least I do. I would imagine everybody else is enjoying him as well. But I made his character specifically where her wild magic would make her blink out of existence, and nobody knows why, where she goes, or what happens. And she was actually in the other campaign that we're running, and now she's in this campaign. So at some point, um, I hope we get into what is actually happening with her, or maybe if we don't in this campaign or the other campaign, that afterwards we'll have like a one shot where we kind of go
Yeah.
over where she's been or something, what she's
she's
been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, put it in the Patreon.
But yeah, the Patreon.
Put
We
it
need
there.
Ganassi
another hype
stories.
train, level
That's
5 hype
true.
train.
That's true. Oh man. Okay. So now that's an example of using a mechanic that was put in place to cover for an absence, but now it's become part of the storyline. It's become part of that character,
Mhm.
and it's opened up more storytelling. So that is very good.
And taking a
Always. More
negative
story,
and
the
making a
better.
positive out of it, kind of.
Taking lemons and making lemonade, if you will. Turning that frown upside down.
And we've had players where they've had to step away for a while and then they'll
Mhm.
come back, or stuff like that.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, it's weird. D&D games are different than other games because it's a living, breathing game. People come in and exit all throughout the campaign. It's very rare, well, from what I've seen of us playing, that we start the campaign and end the campaign with the same characters
yeah, players
or
or
players.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
matters.
because mine last about 4 years, 3 to 4 years. It's
That's
hard to
true.
keep your life in one place to play a game for a long time.
That is true as well. All right, and with that, we end discussions.
I need a transition back.
All right, we're back. Everybody got the pants on?
Don't
I'm
worry about
hanging
it.
out in a waterfall, so no.
Yeah,
Hey,
you've been
you know
chasing
what?
waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
No, they chasing me. I ain't turned to look in that direction.
Well, then you got problems.
I mean, I love the water. It's fine.
I know, but waterfalls shouldn't move.
I mean, that's the whole point. They're supposed to move. The water's falling.
I'm not talking about the water itself. God. That's it. Next
Brings
session,
about very
everybody
good
dies.
question. What is the waterfall? Is it the water falling? Is it the water, or is it the mountain?
I mean, it would be the water falling because it's falling over the rocks from a higher elevation to a lower elevation.
Time to drink, Diz.
Are we about to dive into geology / philosophy here?
I mean, Clan did started it. I'm just going
I'm
with
just
it.
I'm just seeing if Clan's going to take back a hold of this
I love
this episode or
geology.
not.
Welcome to After the Fall, where we discuss geological formations involving everyone's favorite element, aqua.
Yes, I'm for it.
Mm,
All
Hang
right.
on, let me change hats. I gotta have my submarine hat on
So-
if we're talking about aqua.
Hey, it works for Trini in Captain Planet. So now that everybody's here, hi everybody, welcome. Glad you can make it. We got some questions, and this will involve stuff from the last 2 episodes because we haven't got to do it after the roll in a little while, and I'm sure other questions will pop into everyone's collective brain meat as we go along.
I
So
don't remember what happened.
me either.
bullshit.
Um,
Out of all of us, you probably know the most about what happened. Besides Diz, but he probably
no.
also
Yeah,
forgot.
he does more than me.
All right, so Buck, this involves you. Now we're in El Toro. Everybody knows something is rotten in the state of El Toro. Something's not quite right. So you went walkabout and you explored the scenic underbelly of El Toro. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened? And who did
Well-
you meet?
I met golems with who I met. Or at least might as well be. That was about the description I got. So JD wanted some papers made for a specific reason. He didn't tell the party as to why. But the main reason that he wanted these papers presumably made was to see who's running the town. He figured if he could find out who's running this town, because the Royals are not the ones doing it, they're just the face, that he might have a better insight as to what the hell's going on. So that's where he headed, to go find the person actually in charge. And he found him. And this guy's not afraid of the Hell Riders, which is bad because that means they're in his pocket, which makes this situation even worse.
I don't think this guy's afraid of much of anything.
Yeah, but the Hell Riders could literally shut him down without even really putting up much of a fight. And he's paying them off, which makes this situation even worse. Because the guards aren't going to fuck with the Hell Riders. And if the Hell Riders aren't going to fuck with him, then he's untouchable. Unless the Royals want him removed.
That's true. In the last episode, we found out that he was considered one of the chosen.
Yes, by the Royals, which, like I said, that makes this situation even worse. But JD knows what he looks like and who he is now.
So what did JD think about him when they met and they had their little encounter?
That for his size and stature and where he supposedly is hanging out, that he's hiding from something. He's hiding from something or someone. Not in this town, but where he's at. There's somebody he doesn't want to notice him. And for whatever reason, he's in this shady ass slums that looks like it's a broken down building with really nothing going on. And then here he is, got Goliath guarding him, paying off Hell Riders, like he's hiding from somebody.
Yeah. All right. Well, one thing before we continue, we would like to say, welcome Raiders. That's right. We got a Lady Chaotic raid. Thank you, Lady Chaotic, for bringing your community over to Nerdicopia Network. I am Clan Diesel, the host of After the Roll, and you're here for this amazing shit show we call life. How you doing, lady? Did you have good times smiting people? Did you smote, or were you in fact smoten? And also, you missed it. We got a hype train. It was really cool.
Before we even went
started.
Yeah, before we even started, it was really cool. Nice. Always glad to hear that you had a fun time. Hello, Sly. You said hi. I'm gonna say hi back. So, of course, with everybody that just came in here from Lady Chaotic's wonderful channel, and it's like, where the hell have we went now? Like I said, I am Clan Diesel. This is Dr. Diz DM. This is Ellen. This is Buck. This is Timmy. And we are discussing last week's and the time before that's episodes of Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm that you can view live on the second and fourth Saturdays. Did I get that right, Diz?
Yep.
Okay, good. Diz approves. Right here on twitch.tv/Nerdicopia Network. It is very nice. We highly approve. So, what we're talking about before you came in, you got on like the butt end of it. Buck was talking about his character JD's encounter with the drug lord of El Toro. Now, did you learn any fascinating tidbits? Some actual factuals, as Timmy says,
Oh,
that can that you put in the notes to use next time.
I wrote a few things down that would be considered relevant to if I encounter him again, or
Did
if I need to leverage Leonard.
That's what I was going for. Leonard. Which brings me to the next question. Leonard. So, everybody, now is your time to tell me, starting with Ellen, what are your thoughts about Leonard? Because he's this cool cleric guy, right? Member of the Church of Anwer. But
I
all
wouldn't go
is
that
not
far.
all is not quite what it seems with Leonard.
Silver
right?
Fox.
That's true. He's a Dapper Dan man.
Honestly, I don't want to say harmless because with my luck, he ends up being a BBEG. But honestly,
can
just
happen.
drug-addled dumbass is basically where I'm at with him. Like, I don't think he's intentionally malicious.
Mhm.
He's just not in his right mind to make stupid decisions. And that causes problems for us, or almost causes them, like this last time when the flock of birds was recruited.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
But
Kept the
yeah,
best calls
I
followed.
don't think he's intentionally harmful, but loose cannon.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Timmy, what say you about Leonard?
Oh, Leonard. Um, let's just say I wouldn't mind having his head as an accessory for my great sword or my glaive.
Nice,
Strike
strong
fear
words.
into my foes. Send a message.
You are the terror that flaps in the night.
Keep them guessing.
So, with everything that's happened with Leonard, what do you think is going to be? How do you think Leonard's going to be handled from now on? Do you think that Leonard will try to help again? Do you think he's learned his lesson? Do you think Kalen will eventually murder him in an alley?
I mean, I vote we just give him busy work to keep him feeling important, but also out of the way.
Right. I mean, he seems like he truly wants to help and be a part of the little group that has come together here in El Toro, which he was, right? He was the one that got you to talk to was it Nathaniel? Isn't that his name?
He led them to Kyra, and then Kyra
Well,
introduced them to Nathaniel. Right?
right. Right.
Are you
He
referencing something else?
no, this is that. So, I mean, he seems like he genuinely wants to help. He just gets in his way.
I mean, to be fair, we saw Kyra before we ever saw Leonard.
Right, but Kyra, Leonard, and Nathaniel were kind of the rogue element in this town, right? They were the rebellion.
I would say if JD has his way, we should cut both his hands off, remove his tongue, put him in a room, and then cement it up. JD wants him removed.
Ooh, may I help?
Damn.
I did
Damn.
promise Kaylin I'd hold him down for her, so
I mean, at least you kept his pee place.
Hey, I didn't say kill him. I want him damned up in a room somewhere that he
I-
can't magic his way out because he can't talk or use his hands.
Oh, I don't have
Buck-
to kill him. I said that I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Buck right now
We can have
reminds
some
me
fun.
of the end of Robin Hood Men in Tights,
Tally ho.
where Captain Picard says put him in the tower, make him part of the tour. That's what JD wants to do. He wants to make him part of the tour.
No, I don't want them to ever see him. I want him to be out of sight and permanently out of mind.
And this, friends, is why we all try to make friends with JD. Because he's a crazy motherfucker.
He does have his mind on some murder.
I mean, this guy has screwed us over at least twice.
That is true.
He
That is true.
brainwashed me.
I'm
He
not even
screwed you
talking.
over.
I'm not
but
even
the
talking about
last time though.
the Nathaniel
last
thing.
time though, he was thinking about. He was trying to help, and then he literally got shit on.
No. I'm not even talking about where he ran off and was going to get captured.
Uh-huh.
He didn't warn me any fucking thing about who I was going to meet. And then he got Eldrick and Yarman when they got captured. He ran like a little girl.
Brave Sir Leonard bravely ran away.
You say that when you have the two girls who would jump in and fight like crazy
I said little
for
girl.
this campaign.
I said little girl.
Okay, that's fair. We aren't exactly little. I'll allow that.
it's all.
We
it's
are
all-
not
upon
petite
further
ladies.
review. It is allowed.
Thin ice.
I mean, that's where JD stands on that fine line between chaos and maybe doing all right. Never the good side, just maybe. We might step over the line just a little.
Just a little to the left of chaotic neutral. That's where JD is. All right. So now we will discuss everyone's favorite new party member. Do you know who I'm talking about? For those playing at home, we're talking Hamlet.
That is incorrect because not everybody knows of said party member yet because it hasn't been turned into barbecue or a sandwich.
Please don't kill him. He's so cute. Like, look at that
Timmy-
sweet boy. Why do you want to kill that?
That's true. Look at there. Ain't he adorable? I'm sure. he's gonna
Except
get his
y'all
own
said that Hamlet was
spin-off
fat.
series.
It is fat.
He is fat.
That's not a fat squirrel.
It's a fat squirrel.
No, that's not a fat squirrel.
Look, man.
He's fatter than that, then. It's
Is
fine.
this a euphemism?
No.
Is Buck about to send all of us a picture of a fat squirrel?
More than
He's just a
likely.
little
Probably.
chunky.
Probably. There you go. He when he goes to buy clothes, Hamlet has to shop in the husky section.
He's plump.
He's like 1C thick, not 3C thick.
Exactly.
Maybe in the middle and say two. Two C's.
Two C's. All right, Chad. You heard it here. We've discussed it. And our stance, the official word on Hamlet, 2C thick.
2C thick.
So thick.
Oh lordy.
Hey, sweet
So
little Hamlet.
Timmy,
Hello.
tell us about Hamlet.
So, I discovered Hamlet a few nights back. I was what was I doing? Watching. I was in the park while Kyrie did her thing as Kyra. Yes. Yeah, she morphed into Kyra, I believe. Yeah.
It's morphin' time.
Morphin time. Yes, Power Rangers.
R.I.P.
And-
JDF.
And she did not want me there with her as to draw more distraction, so she told me to go into the park. And I stumbled across this chunky little squirrel. Sweet little thing. Just minding its own business. I thought that was the last I'd seen of him. But then a few days later, I stumbled across him in an alley, and we became friends thanks to Adara, who can apparently speak squirrel. Weird. A cat who can speak squirrel.
Apparently, very similar languages.
I guess,
Didn't you realize you also had the ability to speak squirrel afterward?
That is a thing that happened.
Didn't
Yes.
that happen?
Yes. Yes.
You just forgot.
Mhm,
Yes.
Yep.
It's not something I do
As
often.
sometimes happens, as someone who has forgot they have abilities on their character too, it happens. I don't know why we're making such a big deal about it.
Mhm.
It's not like anything bad ever happened because of it.
Oh no, never.
You see, I'm not the well, I've been told that I'm not quite the brightest. Okay? I'm not the brightest.
You're
But I-
special where it counts.
I try
Caleb.
I try my best. I truly do.
Yes.
But yeah,
You have a large heart that is full of love and wants to give back.
I'm watching you. But Hamlet has agreed to join the party.
Yay. So here's my question. When do we get the episode where we go to the shop and we get Hamlet some plate mail and stuff and he becomes Hamlet the Paladin Squirrel?
Are you looking into
Interesting.
my notes?
No, this is just what I want to do.
Everyone's seen that TikTok, Tim. Everyone.
I want that stuff.
You don't know it. Diz is actually taking notes right now on a future episode of Not Actually Heroes
See,
Cataclysm.
we'll do it when we actually have the time.
Well, you see, do you remember who my
God
date
damn
to the
it,
ball is? My date to the ball is the blacksmith, Verton.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
He's
He
gonna
is
flirt
the
to get squirrel
Minotaur.
armor.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that would be good. I like that idea. Diz, make it
Is
so.
Hamlet coming to the ball?
No, I don't believe so.
I mean, technically, he doesn't have an invitation.
Yeah, it would be rude. and
Technically, none of us do. We're just plus ones.
I don't want
That
to.
counts.
Some
I-
of us have not been invited to said ball, and neither has the squirrel.
You leave Hamlet alone.
JD may try to eat Hamlet on the next episode.
I have few things in this world that I cherish, and he is one of them.
Oh Lord. Okay, so discuss Hamlet.
Oh, I'm not done with
No.
Hamlet. Where,
Okay, go back.
where does one keep Hamlet on a daily, like hour-to-hour basis? Like
That is
Is he
true.
just, like,
There have been some
hanging out on the
discussions.
shoulder? Or,
Oh yeah, he rides on my shoulder, and he's free to come and go as he pleases.
No,
but he-
we're Diz, I've got it. Hamlet has a spell that he can become invisible. He's Hamlet the Magic Squirrel.
we'll have to think about
All-
that one.
Also, did not think about. I thought you were going to put Hamlet somewhere else. To be honest,
where
Oh,
where do you think
where
I
do you
would
want
put-
Hamlet?
well, I didn't know if like there was like a Hamlet pouch,
tell
a
me,
Hamlet backpack.
where would I put him?
Oh my God, she's got legs.
Oh, she has an
Or what?
entire body. You haven't.
Like I said,
Yeah,
you see, I didn't
She,
say anything untoward, did I?
She
I
she has
said
an
may wanna-
entire shape. Yeah, she even
she
has
may want to
boobs.
get a pouch and like a one strap thing throw over her shoulder.
Did you say
Huh.
ghetto pouch?
No.
No.
I thought you said she's got a ghetto pouch. I was like, wait, what?
I don't
I
know
didn't know
what
that was
would
an item.
refer
I
to.
don't even know what that is.
I
Did we
didn't
just
know
make
that
a
was
new
an item.
word? Wow,
It's all right.
we
We'll
gotta
have
update
ghetto
Urban
pouches in
Dictionary.
Edar. It's fine.
Like I said, I didn't know if like you had a pouch on your waist that Hamlet stayed in, if he was in your backpack, if he just stayed on your shoulder all the time.
Nope. He just kind of hangs on my shoulder, and he's free to come and go as he pleases. I mean,
If
he
he's
is
cold, where does he go to be warm? I didn't know.
he is
Hey,
a squirrel.
I have 2 bags that we can put him in.
You keep him out of your bags.
One's a bag of holding, the other's a bag of colding.
I know what they are.
I don't think squirrels have the lung capacity for that.
Hey, I never said he was going to come out breathing when I was done. I said I
No,
had two
but the
backs.
rest of us would like him to.
That's true. Like I said, Hamlet is very popular.
Only amongst the new people to the party. Nobody asked the old members of the party if we were okay
Listen,
with it.
I plan on making Hamlet plushies that we sell.
Holy fuck, fuck, that is.
I
a
think
fat
I need to do
squirrel,
the
oh my
math
God.
on how much air
Yeah.
that would actually be in a bag of holding, because it's not
Nope.
just a vacuum, I would imagine.
Isn't it the official rule like 10 minutes of air or something?
Well, yeah,
That's
but
what
that's
it
for a
says.
human size.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're no.
I would just kind of picture him like kind of floating through a
I'm
temporal
not
gonna
do
void,
the
just kinda-
math.
Just kind of
Ellen, I'm just trying to have him
floating.
to figure this out because I know he's gonna shove him in a bag of holding at some point. I'm gonna have to do this math.
Fuck, you're about to make me do the math. All right.
All right, you guys got it right. It's 10 minutes of air in a bag of holding.
Yes, but that's like gauge for human size. That's not gauge for a
I'm
squirrel.
looking up the size of squirrel lungs compared to human lungs. Just give me a minute.
Let's make it easy. Hamlet can last 1 hour in a bag of holding.
Nice. I have a metric.
Okay, so squirrels typically weigh around 1.5 pounds. We'll say Hamlet's probably about 5 pounds.
See, just 5 pounds.
He's chunky.
He's like 3C thick, like the picture I sent.
All right, so then
That's
we'll say about 3 pounds.
I'd
then.
call
Oh
that.
no, it's
I'd
canon. You
call
said
that
5.
close to 4.
Five.
Little small cat.
Listen, man, I don't know math.
Oh man. Welcome to After the Roll, the squirrel episode.
Y'all are getting way too in depth with your phrasing. I do. Just say how big squirrel lungs are. Don't give me
Listen.
baseline pulmonary physiologic values. Jesus.
And now for something completely different.
Please.
Now for something we hope you'll really enjoy.
We have a third date. Ellen, would you like to discuss this third date?
We have our sweet little owl boy who is apparently my date now.
Do you remember
That
his
is
name?
true. Sir Avrin, right?
Cool. I'm glad somebody remembers.
I remember, and I don't take notes.
I do have it in my notes. I just don't have my notes in front of me. Jesus Christ. Sorry, someone did an actual article studying how squirrels breathe.
Oh, it's with their lungs.
I can't.
Their respiratory system as a whole.
Turtles breathe through their butt.
Like the actual like how many breaths they take and like
Wait a minute. What? Hold up.
oh
Pause.
yes, their
Pause.
respiratory rates.
Pause.
No, he's stuck on what Timmy said.
Wait,
Not
what
not
did
the
Tim say?
respiratory rate.
Please repeat that one more time for the folks at home, Timmy.
Turtles breathe through their butt. Breathe.
Chad, I'm gonna
Oh.
need somebody to go and
Through
prove that. I
their
need
butt.
to know.
See,
whether
the
that's
problem
true or not.
is
If that is true,
I
I'm
know
wi-
Tim too
dude,
well, but
do
I
turtles
don't
do the same
doubt it.
thing?
Hold up. I got it right here. I got it right here. Okay.
I don't
Technically-
doubt it because
Okay,
it's
I
fucking
got it.
Tim.
I got it right here. Okay. Technically, the term is colloquially
Respiration.
respiration, and it's not so much breathing, just diffusing oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. But the fact remains, when turtles hibernate, their main source of oxygen is air through their butt.
That's weird because normally people don't want to breathe my butt air.
Damn it.
That's right, Chad. Welcome to tonight's episode where we have our first ever fart joke. We did it. Good night, everybody. This is the final episode.
If you're saying it's the
Mm.
first ever fart joke, very
Thank you.
much doubt that.
I think it's the first ever fart joke on After the
If-
Roll.
If it's the first
Mm.
one, then I feel like we failed somewhere down the line.
We have failed this city. The arrow. will
But
come and
anyway,
find us.
Sir Avrin,
Yes, Sir Avrin.
Ellen finds him adorable. I think he's precious, and I can't wait to hear his stories.
So, if you would tell us a little bit about how the date was supposed to go and how it's going now, and your thoughts about the lovely, handsome Sir Avrin.
So, originally the plan was Stanasi was going to be accompanying whoever this third person, individual creature was, and we walk into the shop to greet him and be like, "Hi, here's your date." We turn around and poof, no Stanasi. So, thinking this was a temporary situation, Kyrie's like, "All right, she just had to duck back out. Let me go find her." And Stanasi walks back in. Well, we've now found out that Stanasi isn't really gonna be coming back, for a while. And Kyrie's like, fuck it, if I have to go to this party, I'm going as myself. Like if I'm going as someone's date.
Mm.
So technically, I
No.
guess your characters don't know if she's going to be back or not, right?
Right.
Technically, yes, but if it gets closer and closer to that time and it's like, fuck it, she's not showing up.
Yep. I'd really
Just
like to
give-
see Kyrie sweat that for a while, like right up into the last minute.
You want to see her stressed. That
I was
she's
gonna
actually going to
say
have to put
that-
on a
that I'm gonna
put
have to
on
do
a
this.
dress. It's going to be an illusion dress and all that bullshit. But yes.
I'd like to see Kyrie kind of hopeful that she's going to return, and at some
Mhm.
point she just realizes she's
Listen,
going to have to do this.
no, I'm not going to say. Tim and I have already talked. There are plans for this party.
hmm There are plans in the works.
This is what I'm scared of.
What?
Plans for the party. But
Not
I
for
was
the
gonna say-
party as in the group of people. Plans
Oh, I
for
know
the-
what party you're talking
Yes,
about.
okay,
I
just
know what party you're talking about. Like I said, I'm
Political
just
party.
interested in this. Yes. So,
it's gonna be perfectly innocent. They've only known each other for a few days.
so is Kyrie going to surprise Sir Avrin as his date, or is she going to like, oh shit, Sanasi's not coming back. I need to go and introduce myself, the real me, to Avrin and say Sanasi has diarrhea and can't come to the party.
Well, my plan is they're picking up their dates from the tavern where we're staying, the tavern
mhm.
inn, whatever you want to call it. So right now my plan is just Stanasi's not coming back. Cool. I'm coming downstairs. Hey, she's not feeling great. How you doing?
I
You
just
know.
so happen to have this nice dress.
Yes, this totally real dress. Mm-hmm. This is real
dress.
fabric.
It's not my skin.
Mm-hmm.
So, if in fact Kyrie goes on this party and Kyrie is not wearing the dress that Sir Avrin bought for Stanasi, is in fact Kyrie going to the party naked?
No, she's gonna be wearing her armor. You
Hmm,
forget. She's got magic armor.
that's true. I was wondering about that, and I was also going to say, and if that's a fact, do we need to back up and do something? Because is it in fact Kyrie has been going around naked the entire time because everybody thinks she's wearing clothes?
You degenerate.
You
I'm
guys
not-
have
I'm just-
seen she's dropped the illusion on the armor in front of
Right,
you guys. So
right.
you guys know what it is.
Listen, I'm just saying because in Edar, the party went crazy because there was a roly-poly dude that was not wearing pants.
I mean, he was completely naked.
So I'm not being a degenerate. I just know from facts of playing in other games with other people that are a
Well,
part of
she's
this
not
party
naked.
that Right. She's perceived to not be naked, right?
She's
But
not
now we know,
naked.
but now we know for a fact that she's in fact not naked. So there you go.
They've
mean-
known this for a fact.
I mean,
though.
to be fair, when she did her glamour armor in front of everybody, Eldrick made a comment about that's nice armor.
right? Like you guys
Your
saw that
character
it was
did, Glenn.
armor.
You dirty
I
holy
know.
man.
I have no memory of this.
I mean,
course
do
you
you remember
don't.
what happened 2 days ago?
But yeah, no,
Eldrick
she
is
will
dead to me.
not be naked. It is
Mm.
illusion armor, not an illusion spell. It's the armor itself that
Nice.
contains the illusion. She does not do magic for now.
That is true. That is true. She is a charmer, though. You got to watch her.
Mhm.
She is a charmer.
Wink,
All right.
wink.
So the next person that we've met along our many travels, a little bit of an interesting gentleman, and one that I think possibly JD had plans on murdering if things went bad.
JD plans to murder lots of people, or at
Nope.
least
This-
plans for the contingency where he
And
has to
this-
murder someone.
Yep. And this would be Matthias.
Oh,
Wait a minute, which one's Matthias?
the junkyard guy?
Oh, okay. Listen, I'm still stuck in last episode. I forgot we're doing 2 episodes.
We
Good
got a
night,
lot
everybody.
to catch up on. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I know.
All right. So, Buck, give us your impression of Matthias the Artificer.
Well, to be fair, on your comment, JD goes into every situation on looking at the options and thinks about who has to die in order for it to succeed if shit goes south.
Mhm.
Up to and including his own party members.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
Does that
That's
include
his
card
Equal
games?
opportunity.
yes,
Okay. Check it.
like cutthroat. Got to be dicey. So, his objective there wasn't to try to hurt anybody, wasn't to try to pick a fight with anybody, but as everyone knows, JD despises being lied to. He despises people being deceitful, and Matthias was borderlining playing that card with whether Huck was there or not. And so JD was ready to attack if need be. But if that dog would have been able to break through my entanglement spell, I'd have tried to put him down for sure.
Kill gibbers.
Hey, he's going to attack me when I haven't even done anything yet.
Don't touch my gibbers.
Hey, to be fair, you guys broke in on his place.
I didn't break in anywhere. I was dropped off inside the gate through the player, not inside the gate, through the hole that Huck made. Is it breaking in if there's a big ass hole and I'm only 3'9" and I can walk through it without touching anything?
The police would say yes.
That's
that is
true.
B&E still.
Yes.
At the same time, though, is this a business? And was it during business hours?
Possibly you didn't ask.
That's true. You did not ask.
I didn't have time. I got attacked by a dog as soon as I made landfall.
Personally, I assume all junkyards are a business of some sort.
True.
I also assume that they're open until late at night, especially during daytime hours. So
You guys
I
didn't
would,
look for the sign that was posted outside the hours.
I mean, I wasn't the one who went through the gate where that sign would have been.
And to be fair, there was a sign. So, what were your impressions of Matthias? How did you think that it was going to go down? Were you thinking that this is going to go bad, and I'm going to have to. We're going to have to fight this guy and whatever machinations he's got here. Or you're like, okay, this guy is not going to be somebody I have to worry about.
The main thought that took place was when Huck was brought up, and he kind of sort of tippy-toed around it, acting like he didn't know exactly what the hell was going on. And the party kind of sort of could tell he was there. That JD's thinking, okay, you've got a limit. When you cross that limit, I'm just gonna say fuck it, and you're gonna answer me one way or the other. It didn't
Mhm.
get that far, so JD just let it go. But if JD wasn't okay enough to believe that he'd keep his word, JD wouldn't have left Huck there with him.
Right. Yeah, that was the next episode. There where we
So-
we left Huck.
So
So, Ellen, Timmy, what were your thoughts?
I was not happy that this guy didn't come out and tell us, "Hey, yeah, I have your friend." Yeah, definitely was not a good decision to make in front of Kyrie, considering she popped him on the nose for it.
She did.
She did. But her big setback was that he was holding him captive after he learned that he's not just a mindless killing machine, that he has thoughts and a personality and is a conscious individual who has friends who are out looking for him, but he still intended to keep him there. She's a pirate. Freedom is her big thing, so that really just did not sit well with her.
Devil's advocate.
Hmm.
Do you think that maybe he played off that he didn't know because he wasn't sure that you all had the best of intentions for Huck? That maybe instead of saying you're saying that you were his friend, but instead maybe you could be using Huck the way that you thought he was using Huck?
Huck has been most gracious to me since I've joined this party. One of the nicest people I've
I
came across.
think I don't
Right.
know exactly, because it comes down to what kind of vibes were given off by us.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was me, Prugwin, and Kaylin. I own that I can be a sketchy bitch. That's fine. But the other two, the sketch factor's limited. So, like, is it a matter of did they balance out the this bitch is shady with their wholesome, flighty, and boobs?
Hmm?
I don't know. Because I don't know. It would depend on if he would interpret those two as shady,
Yeah.
which I don't really think is something that either of them gives off.
Yeah.
If it was just me, sure, fine.
What say you, Timmy? Did you think that Matthias was going to be a problem?
Yes. I don't trust many people in this town. If anything, I would like to get out of this town. First, Gibbers, what is
Yep. Gibbers.
Gibbers charged at us with reckless intent. He was he was 3 seconds away from being turned to scrap metal. I care not for this, Matthias. Huck is a good friend to me so far. He's been very kind to me. He listens to me. He's a good soul, if he has one. I will fight for Huck. I do not know him well, but he has my blade. And that's all that matters.
So quick follow up. What do you all think of Matthias now, though? That he's kind of explained himself. You know, he didn't hurt Huck. So what? How about now? What are your thoughts?
I still
Small
couldn't
amount
care.
of respect,
I still couldn't care.
but still slightly pissed.
Okay,
But plus he copped an attitude with me.
he did.
You don't cop an attitude with me.
A little bit of my feelings towards him just, were released with the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Had to blow off some steam.
He came with 2 words to you. Who does he think he is? Men.
Playing a girl is one of my favorite things. Every now and then I have to explain girl brain to him, chat.
I'm working on it.
I had to explain to him that the barbarian does not want a strapless dress.
There you go.
I'm working
So
No.
on
Buck, do you think that JD trusts Matthias at this point? Or is he still a little wary of him?
JD's on that line of Huck better be at least in the same condition he was in when JD left, or better. Or Matthias is going to get more than words the next round, whether he gave me the communication device or not. Because JD has almost died to save Huck. And if Huck is manipulated or fucked up in some way, more so than what he already is with his eyes, then there won't be words next time.
Fair. Fair. All right. So
We can skin
speaking
him,
of
JD.
Huck, we had
I have
about
questions
we had a little
about
bit- Oh, okay.
Matthias, though. If you don't mind.
Go for it.
Seeing how the party encountered Matthias was interesting because whether the characters want to think that way or not, they did kind of forcefully kind of push themselves into the property, and he defended it. Now I'm not saying you guys did anything wrong or anything. Like, I mean, right or wrong is out of this conversation. I'm just saying from his viewpoint, like, he has something that breaks into his property that's crazed. He knocks it unconscious, and then he kind of puts it away. And now these other people show up that he doesn't know what they're about yet. And then they start looking for this thing. So he's just not going to give away his secrets right away to people that he don't know. So the question isn't so much about that, but do you feel like the party and the maybe it's the collective grouping of these personalities, that there's an overconfidence in the party at the moment, like they think that they can just do whatever they please? That's for any one of you to answer. I'm just curious what you guys think of the characters, or what the characters might think themselves.
I mean, I think JD proved that he has restraint and doesn't think he's top dog. Because if he was, there'd have been a fight break out in the slums, for better or worse.
I don't necessarily think it's being cocky. I think it's more focus and being driven to what we're trying to do. Because it's not like breaking into there wasn't just a, hey, we can do it why the fuck not? It was, we need to find him, and this is a logical place where he could be. It wasn't something that wasn't mission oriented, just happening willy nilly. So I'd say more focused than cocky.
I'll give you one instance of my breaking and entering where it would count. When I blew that lock off the back door.
That wasn't me breaking and entering.
It's true.
That
I
was
mean, like you guys,
that was
you
armed.
guys, I feel like you guys made a lot of assumptions, like that this guy couldn't harm you, or maybe the mindset was that it doesn't matter if he can harm us or not. We need to save our friend. You know, maybe
that was
the
JD's mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Because that's why when I tried to pick the lock and you're like, it didn't work, and the DC went up, I was like, can I blow a hole through it then? Like, I'm getting in this building to find Huck. I don't give a shit about him.
So let me
The one
shoot
up front.
the lock.
and as
So-
the DM, I'm never judging that. You know, it's just me kind of seeing how the party reacted to it, and then thinking about how other characters might have reacted to it, or another group of individuals are, and not so much changing the storyline because of it or anything. It's just me observing it. I set up the situation, and I think, well, here's how I think it might play out, and then you guys come in a totally different way.
I thought about being subtle. It just didn't happen.
And
It
then
didn't work
thought
that way,
against
did it?
No,
I-
just a giant dog. So
I was pulled
Oh,
from my drink, so I was not in a good mood.
The other thing, would you see Matthias as an ally at any point here? Do you find any value in a friendship with him, or do you think he's just a bump in the road?
That depends on the next time I see Huck. Because out of everyone here, even if Adam was here, who's been here with us since the beginning, JD and Huck are kind of a pair, for better or worse, no matter how bad Huck gets. And if, like I said, if Huck is worse off and JD finds out Matthias is part of that reason that he's worse off, JD's not going to worry about talking at that point. Because you lied to me on trying to help him and you made him worse. And so now the gloves are off. If Huck's the same or better, then JD may try to figure out how he could try to help Huck further on to make this better or correct this in some way if he's able to.
So
But like I
here's a
said, I
question.
mean, at the bottom of the temple, JD almost died to get Huck's ass out of there. Out of the whole party, JD almost died to save him. So that's why he busted through the door and was like, no, I'm getting him back.
Quick follow-up on that statement that you said, where if Huck is worse when you get back, you're going to take it out on Matthias.
No, that's not what I said.
What
I said if it's worse and he had something to do with it.
right? Well, what if Matthias is working on Huck, trying to fix him, and something happens and it causes Huck to go into red eye mode?
That's different. I'm talking about him experimenting on him. Like he discussed to start with.
But wouldn't everything he does to Huck be experimenting on him? Because he
No.
has no idea how to
Because
fix on Huck.
physically trying to fix him and triggering something is different than trying to manipulate him to a certain way.
Right. But I'm saying if you're like we're playing right now, your character comes in, Huck is going off.
I have a feeling Huck's going to turn
going-
and try to beat me anyways.
Are you going to go? Is JD going to stop and think, oh, well, this could be an accident, I need to find out more? Or is JD going to be like, no, you fucked with my friend, it's time to die?
Oh no, it's more of a he'll get one chance to explain. And if it's well, I was trying to do this and it sounds sketchy or shady, the gloves are off. If it's what he told JD he was going to try to do, then JD will be like, well, fuck, now I've got to fight Huck again.
Yep.
Because there's a fine line there of trying to help and manipulation.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't know.
Because I mean, you and Diz were there when I made JD. Y'all been there since the every episode. JD hasn't attacked anybody that didn't deserve it right off the bat. Even when I threatened to shoot both of y'all as shopkeepers.
Damn.
Those fucking brothers.
Classic.
It did set the tone.
Yep, it did set the tone. Speaking of setting the tone, George and Barney, thoughts, real quick.
We
How
left
much
one
do
person
you
out
love
altogether.
Yeah, I'm curious. Useful or useless?
Oh, they're useless.
Are
as
they a
shit.
friend or a foe?
They
They
useless.
can be
as
they
shit
could be
right now.
easily manipulated in the right situation. I do firmly believe that.
I don't believe
It's
that
just a matter of that situation presenting itself.
I just don't believe that'd make them useful, even if we could manipulate them, though.
Use whatever term you want.
Well, no, I'm
Easily
saying-
manipulated can be helpful,
That depends.
depending on what you're using them for.
I mean, if you try to manipulate them to distract the Hell Riders, I believe that will fail epically.
Yeah. I haven't come up with any ideas of what to do with them because the situation to use them hasn't presented itself. I'm fully confident we'd be able to get some kind of
Yeah.
use out of them.
I think they've helped so far.
They've done their best.
Right? I mean, they kind of told you where to go about Eldrick stuff.
I
kinda
mean,
get word
technically,
information.
the guy in the duty
The
bunk
one who
barracks is the
I
one that helped.
discussed
They didn't know
striking
shit.
with.
Hey, but you wouldn't have went to that guy if it hadn't been for George and Barney.
Hmm.
Because
And
they were slacking.
they told you to get off the main street and take your stuff, whatever you were doing, into the side street.
I mean, that's where we were headed when y'all stopped us.
You just wanted George and Barney to make an appearance again. Let's be real.
So every time I introduce a new character, are you guys trying to figure out if that's the big bad evil or
Nope.
not? Are you not worried about it? I'm just waiting to see.
I don't even know what the big bad evil would actually encompass at this
From
point.
everything,
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody knows what the big bad evil is.
from
Like,
everything
time-
that I've
Is
been
it
able
a
Time management.
vampire lord?
Yes,
Is it
exactly,
some
it's
other
time
random
management.
fucker? We have no clue.
from everything I've been able to piece together, Diz, I've got 3 individuals / a group that is
Let's hear 'em.
on the chopping
Who-
block.
Who does
not
Double
gonna
Op
tell
Buck
us.
think are the big bad evil guys
He's
in this
not gonna
campaign
tell
so
us.
far?
Diz
Helen's like,
and
he's just
Clan.
playing with us for his own
No,
amusement here.
Did you know who 2 of the 3 are? We've had the talk, but
Well, tell us here. Tell us
You
here.
and
Who are
Diz.
they? We're not even in it.
I mean, you're manning the NPCs that are going to turn into it.
Well, that's true. But if that case, that means that you're the big bad evil guy.
I am. I'll admit that wholeheartedly. I'm also Valden's ass kicking that's coming around the corner.
Listen, Diz wouldn't give me the 4th vampire, and I still stand on the hill to this day saying that we should have had the 4th vampire.
3rd.
Yep.
We only fought 2. You wanted 3
I think he wanted
in
a
that first
4.
fight. No,
Originally, I
I'm saying,
wanted 4.
I'm
And I
saying
scaled him back
he
to
wanted
2.
to compromise to 3, and you're like, they'll die, and he's like, okay, fine, 2. But
No, I was like, yeah. And?
JD was safe in all his nakedness in the window.
Man, that was a
So-
miserable fight because it's like nobody could hit anything there for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hitting everything, but it wasn't doing any good.
It wasn't doing any good. Yeah.
So are you not
Couldn't do
going to
enough
tell us
damage.
what your theories are about?
Nope.
I
Because
don't know
No
why you
fun?
expected him to.
it'll come out in game when the
Yeah,
party
in 6
actually
years.
when the party actually gets the cojones to talk to JD about all the shit going down, then JD can bring it up.
Okay,
We don't know
good
there's other
follow-up that.
shit going
They
down.
don't know that.
Yeah,
Why
they do.
doesn't why doesn't JD volunteer?
They do know.
We know a little bit, but not much.
Y'all were informed that we all left Baldur's Gate on the mission to go find a general. Everybody except for Kaylin has been told that. Nobody's asked about any details. Y'all were all told in front of Exire when I pulled papers out that I have papers from Icewind Dale over vampires, and nobody said another word about that. Y'all have been informed, you just aren't talking to JD about it.
We don't realize it's significant, though.
Yeah, but JD's not going to tell people he doesn't know unless they ask.
So we
Talk
have
to the
an
people he
impasse.
knows, okay?
I mean, it's
so he's
Huck
gonna
and
Talk
tell-
to
Progwin.
Adam and fucking Russ and tell them to ask you questions.
I mean, it's Prugwin and Huck. They're not going to
It was-
ask.
I
It was just-
know, but
it was
what do you want
interesting.
from us?
In the last campaign, the party carried around a book for a long time. And then Adam comes out in one episode and has the biggest performance that any of the other episodes. And he ends up grabbing the book and like shaking it, and something falls out of the back of the book. And the
Yep.
party's like, oh my God. Yeah, that book. So
The book.
there was
the
a lot of
true
stuff
big
with
bad
books
evil
in the
guy.
first campaign. So,
Mhm. I stole a book from Adam.
you know,
I mean, I'm hanging onto a helmet for a goblin right now that I'm pretty sure the person that acquired it forgot I even have.
that's just, I think that's a lot, all D&D games. You end up with these items and somebody will just forget about them. And towards the end of the campaign or after the campaign's over, you guys get told, you know, hey, you had this one thing. and-
JD stands here and pulls his bag holding open and turns it upside down and goes, "Get all your shit."
All right. So, quick thing from everyone. Huck's revelations.
None of us know about them.
Right, but you do.
Players do,
Player
yes, but
does.
cares don't.
The player do. So, what do you think about that? Really quickly, what do you think about Huck? So, but looks like he's killed someone in the past. As a player, are you concerned now about Huck?
I mean, I've been concerned.
he's
He's tried to kill
capable
me
of?
twice.
Right. But
It's
so far,
not
he
a
hasn't.
concern for our safety concern. It's a, oh, poor Huck.
No, it's a concern for everybody's safety. That's why JD
That's where
tries
I'm
to not
at.
leave him alone.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
Okay. So, all poor Huck. This could be a problem. I love squirrels. What do you think? What do you think, Tim? What do you think about this revelation that Huck and Murder have met before?
Yeah, well,
Alright.
that's what Caleb would say.
I love squirrels.
Yeah. Good. Good.
I
Good answer.
have a theory of who he strangled, but
All right. What are you going to volunteer this
Yep.
theory?
Yep.
Okay, good. Tell us.
because as characters, we don't know yet. As a
Right.
player, I feel like it's one of two people: his former master that has always had his face in the book, but more than likely, it's the creator.
So you think
They
it's the
said it
person that
was his
created
old
Huck?
master. They did say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kara and Diz did.
But at the same time, which master? The one that created him or the one reading the book? Because if it was on the battlefield, the dude reading the book wouldn't have been there.
Well, if yes, but there's also the fact that Huck doesn't remember anything before his master with the books. So he wouldn't have recognized the person he was strangling as his master or recognized the person at all if that wasn't who it was.
Is Huck literally a Bastion from Overwatch?
No,
All right,
because
final
Diz ain't let me give him the gun yet.
Oh.
final question. This one's for Ellen.
Ooh.
Ellen, any things that you've learned now, precautions that you think you need to take next time your character is pretending to be someone she's not? There's a very specific instance of this. Happened last episode. Everything
Are-
was going fine.
And then
then
Kayla dropped the
completely-
ball.
and
Are
then
you
it
talking
completely
about
fucked
Leonard?
up. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
we should have had 2 people on Leonard because it's harder to charm 2 people at once than
I mean,
one
we should
person
have
by
had
themselves.
JD's plan in action, which was lock that fucker away.
She's not wrong.
And in my notes, I've named this shape changing for beginners.
I'm like, so when you guys
Listen,
decided that, I was like,
I was not
hold
the
on.
mastermind of the plan. I just happened to
There-
be the one with the required skills.
they're totally just sending the barbarian, the easiest, probably charmable character, down with the cleric. Like,
I'm just saying, Kyrie from now on, will she make sure that the subject that she's shape changing into is restrained?
oh, well,
You
I probably
know-
did. I probably did rip Timmy off a little bit there, but you also have to know your characters, right? So you have to know he should have had advantage on the roll, right? Don't elves have advantage on being charmed or something like that?
Aren't
is it
elves
just-
immune to being charmed? Or
They
does he
can't
have
be
them?
put to. No, I don't.
That
I mean, if they were, God,
They
if
can't
were
be put to sleep.
immune to being
That-
charmed, they can't be put to
that-
sleep.
They can't be
Okay.
put to sleep because they don't sleep. And also, the concern's been raised in chat about something. I think we need to address it here for the honest truth. And I've got this note here from the producers and the staff
Advantage against
Of
saving
the-
throws being charmed.
I literally
of the
just saw
first
that.
campaign.
Yep.
And that is Acminos is not evil. That's the word from the first campaign here.
I'm calling
Producers and
bullshit.
Staff on the first campaign.
I'm a
Acminos
fuck.
is not evil. So there you go.
I'm calling bullshit.
And Tim, I didn't just rip you off there. I guess I'd forgot it as well.
It's
Otherwise, I had to
okay.
call it.
It,
But
it's. I mean, it makes
sometimes
sense.
that happens.
Honest, it makes sense. So I'm glad that we went with it anyway.
I mean,
I mean,
Made for a
that
better
falls
story.
that falls under the category of just like what Eldrick did in the temple, right?
What Eldrick do in the temple?
you
If
forgot that
if his aura's out and he doesn't let everybody know his aura's active, then they
True.
can't use it. If Timmy doesn't know his character sheet and the DM calls something and Timmy can counter it, or any of us for that matter, that's on us for not countering what we had a chance to.
And for all you DMs out there, what I say is that magic is just a chaotic thing, and sometimes it doesn't work like it's supposed to. That's how I explain if we forget something.
Right. And I think this was also one of those instances where sometimes the rules say one thing, but with the story and how the story is going, doing something different makes sense.
Right. But I mean, he could have
Right.
still had advantage, right? But Diz had the DC high enough that advantage wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Yeah, I was about to say
Right.
it wouldn't have done shit. So.
But
You'd have
it's
to
just
roll a
his
DC
ability.
99 to
Yeah.
pass.
Right. But I'm saying like his ability, he didn't realize he had it, just like Eldrick didn't realize you had that extra plus to saving throws when we
Oh.
were.
Actually, this
Okay.
brings up a super secret emergency last question. This brings up another thing too that happened. So we know that things, when you do things in the temple against someone who worships that god, bad things can happen to you. So we had an elf that got charmed, right? And then we had JD who whose appendages went numb. His
Just
leg
my
went
right leg.
numb. Right. Because he attacked a cleric of Anwer in the temple of Anwer, right?
That's fine. That just means JD will shoot his ass outside. Won't
and
be in the
here's a
fucking
shady
temple then.
fuck, and you won't change my mind.
Oh yeah,
Kick
he's
me
not
inside.
good, because if he was good, he wouldn't be hiding under the title of Anwir. He'd use his own fucking name.
We didn't know that. And also, JD is, not always went by JD.
I
James
mean,
David.
yeah, see,
Exactly. James
He
David.
goes by James David.
The fact
yeah.
that you
Exactly.
called me fucking Kelly, though, I mean, of all the names.
He got my name right, and that made
He
me
could have
mad.
called you Stephanie. So
Listen, if you've noticed, what happens is Huck will take the first letter of your
Oh,
real
I
name
know,
and then
but-
pick another name that goes with it.
I know, but Kelly?
I thought it would be funny if it's Kelly.
Yes, you go for the perky blonde girl name.
Listen, he
Listen,
could have went for the
it's
worst
fine.
Or
one.
Barbie's
In-
younger sister.
I mean, he could have called you
In-
Karen.
He could have.
In
That would have been
in
funnier, though.
in Huck's heart, you're a perky blonde.
Oh, that's as far from what she is as you can get.
But he
that
got,
brings
he
up
got
a good
Kalen's
point. I
name
wonder what
right.
Huck sees. Like if he just sees everybody,
Right.
they look
Right.
different to him.
I feel like we're all cartoons to him.
Yeah, probably
You,
right.
you know what the sad part is? Is JD's initials have been called 3 different things because Clarence called me 2 separate things, and Huck has even called me a different name.
Yeah, when I play Huck, I make a
Mm.
point to not always call you the same name.
And nobody in the party, I don't think, knows JD's actual name.
No. But Huck did call Kaylin her real name.
Hmm
I know. It's
I
a
had to throw
little
everybody
offensive.
off. Bye, Kaylin. Everybody's like, what?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it makes sense. That's the newest
right.
person, so his data bank is still kind of fresh there.
That's right. He's not
That's what it
randomly
is.
created the name.
Oh
yet.
no,
Yeah.
he ain't got nothing to do with boobs. Not Huck. Dirty old man isn't his forte.
No, he's
We need to
wholesome
make it
old man,
dirtier.
not creepy old man.
We need to make a dirty
Mhm.
old man persona for Huck.
Oh,
All
good
right.
God.
So now we'll open it up to everyone. Does anyone have a question for anyone else?
I just want to know why
Open
you
it
left
up.
Nathaniel out of the questioning.
I mean, the Nathaniel part was okay, but you got like 2 pieces of information and then a lot of, hey guy, what's up? Yeah. All right. Should we kill this guy? Nah, let's not kill this guy yet. Okay. Boom. And scene.
I mean, we're still waiting on a vital piece of information.
That's true. But he said he would get it to you.
I have a question. Favorite NPC so far?
Good
Hamlet.
question. Good. I kind of figured that one. Hamlet. Good-
What
good
what
answer.
what did he say? I didn't hear that one. What was that? Tim?
Timmy said Hamlet.
Hamlet. Yeah, that's a good.
Um,
I don't know. Kate is also up there. He's quite he's a very
I'm blanking on his
dapper
name
fella.
again. Avrin.
Avrin,
The little owl dude?
Yep.
He's
Oh,
so cute.
Sir
And
Avrin.
I just want to hear his little stories with him and his little armor and his sword. He's so cute.
Ford's name is Rabbit Sticker.
Is it really? So cute.
It is now.
Avrin's picture.
canon.
Write
Do you
that
have a
shit
favorite
down.
buck?
Yeah, but
What's
none
the
of
one
them
that
know
JD
him.
would least be likely to kill?
They don't know him. They've never met him.
All right. Who is it?
He made my revolver. That's the man JD won't kill, or at least is at the bottom
That
of the
makes sense.
list.
That checks out.
That
Because-
dwarf blacksmith and
Yep, the dwarf blacksmith of Baldur's Gate.
You'd have to look up his name. I can't remember it off the top
I
of my
can't
head.
remember his name either, but I remember playing him.
His name's Joran.
Jordan. Oh,
Yep.
Because it was so
Joran.
close to JD's first name. I was like, Diz, what'd you do? Just change a letter? And he's like, no.
there were so
already had
many
him.
J names there for a while.
Right.
But yeah, Joran the blacksmith, the dwarf. That would be
He-
the least on JD's list to shoot.
So it
He
was
actually
Kyrie Kyra
kicked
all
out-
over again.
Yeah. He actually kicked out one of the party members from
He
his
did.
shop.
He
They're not
kicked
allowed
out
to come back.
Siltoris.
Yeah, they're not allowed
Yeah,
to
for
come
that
back.
snake staff.
Yep.
Yeah, the snake thing.
I'm
yeah.
surprised he didn't kick me out when I tripped his fucking helper and slung a blade across
That's
and then shot a hole in his shop because I tried to deflect the blade right after I tripped the dude. I didn't get thrown out, but he threw that darn fur ball out like that. He's like, "You can't come back."
Oh,
like,
All right,
damn.
I said get.
any other questions from members of the panel or chat?
Why do you hate Hamlet so much, JD?
I
But he
never
hates
said I
him at all.
hated him.
Why do you want to eat him so much?
It's food. And from your description, it's a lot of food. I'm a
him alone.
halfling.
Leave him alone.
JD wants a pot of squirrel dumplings.
I'd say that my next NPC though would be Haddock, because I got to name it.
He was fun.
Now, if we're talking about JD's idea of Inslee, Foxhole, may have to go back there at some point after we see the mayor. She has some contraptions. She better have dismantled and hid that fucking Warforged, though. Huck ain't going back with me in that fucking place.
Hey, you know, maybe you could tell Matthias about Inslee and as a Warforged.
James David, where's my friend?
Oh no, no. He Huck doesn't remember anything about that whole situation.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
sure. All right.
He doesn't even
No one's
remember
got-
beating the hell out of me.
No one's got any more questions. We will call this supersized episode of After the Roll complete.
I miss supersized.
Good job, everybody. Me too. All right.
Also miss
so-
getting 99 chicken nuggets in one order.
Oh, that's impressive.
It was a nice size box.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching live here on Twitch. Thanks everybody for watching later on YouTube. And thanks everyone who's listening to this in their car on the
Have-
podcast.
I have to
of
address something in
catcher of
chat.
choice. All right. What's going on?
JD does not hate every character that he makes.
Only most of
JD
them.
hates the way they act, like the vines in the hall. He never hates Siltoris. I even brought him animal parts.
Damn, that's a sign of respect.
Here's this spleen.
I got you vials of animal blood, and here's just some pieces. I don't know what the fuck they are, but it's pieces.
All right. So thanks
Gibbers,
everybody for
giblet.
watching. Thank you, Lady Chaotic, for the raid. We appreciate that. Somebody can they give her a shout out in chat once again? So, anybody got anything coming up? Anybody want to talk about anything that they're doing? This is the point. Feel free to plug yourself.
Gonna go to bed.
I have a
Does that
plug.
count?
Going to bed. Going to bed. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Y'all aren't supposed to see this though.
All right. Timmy, there's a rumor that you may be coming back to Stram. at some
That is
point.
that
Is-
is indeed true. The time frame currently is at the start of the new year. I'm finally situated in my new home, kind of getting things all set up and getting comfortable here. So I plan to make the trek back. So stay tuned.
Nice. That is excellent. If you would, everybody, please go and we will. Let me see. I want to make sure that I put the right name.
It's the same name, but with TV
There you
at
go.
the end.
Boom.
There you go.
There you go. Go give Timmy a follow, please. Buck, what's
What?
going on
How's Val treating
on
you?
the channel day, Buck?
Well,
Did you get them out?
today ended the last drops until closer to the middle of December, which would be a fireworks drop. So we've been streaming a lot of WoW for a lot of hours so that people get their drops. Saturday, however, though, we will be running my D&D game provided everybody can make it. And then,
Alright.
if I'm not mistaken, myself and Diz had the conversation that after Diz's campaign next weekend, that we are putting D&D off until the new year due to
Yes.
holidays and giving everybody that 1 week prior to Christmas to be able to do whatever they need to do and not feel rushed to have to make D&D. So this will be my last episode of this year. And then I got my new RAM upgrades, so stream is
That's true.
ran a lot smoother.
Excellent. I saw today it looked good.
We had no encoding errors today, and I put
Nice.
everything back to the way it was to start with.
Yep.
So that's a
Excellent.
plus.
Excellent.
But yeah, usually run Monday through Wednesday and Friday for WoW. I've been streaming on Thursdays because of the drops, but I won't be streaming that in the future unless there's drops or something coming up on a game I'm playing. So Thursdays are usually my work on D&D stuff. But yeah, I'm ready for Saturday. I'm waiting to see just how well y'all fare and what comes on Saturday, because I feel like a couple party members are going to really figure out just how hard they can, or how much they can take an ass whooping.
Oh no.
I don't even remember what the hell we were doing.
That's okay. We'll go over that prior to this campaign actually kicking off. I'll
And that is
recap
Edar, Realm of Dragons, this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/double-aught-buck.
with 2
And
Ks.
of course, that's right, with 2Ks. And of course, then our spill chat. Of course, this is after the roll. Happens every other Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on twitch.tv/Nerdacopia Network. And then we also, on the other Thursday, have Three Old Men, where Dr. Diz, Double Up Buck, and myself get together and tell you how everything was better when we were younger, because you kids have fucked it all up. And then, of course, there is Super Retro Game Show Extreme, where we do our 873-part series of playing Majora's Mask.
Also, since we have people here in chat, don't forget, for 3 Men, we usually have decided to start putting out a survey to see what some people may or may not want us to cover topic of in the Discord. So you have joined the Discord in order to be active in that.
I think I figured out the next topic. You want me to go ahead and throw it out there? See what you
Well, I
guys
mean,
think?
that's fine. I just know we were discussing that if people would like to put their input in, it can go into like a list queue or whatever
Yeah,
of
we
things
always
to cover.
love that. Top 10 snack cakes.
Oh.
Dang, dude,
And-
you're gonna
and
put a
remember, chat-
diabetic through that.
It's fine. It's fine. And remember, chat, if you are a sub here on Twitch to Nerdacopia Network, you have special channels that only you have access to in the Discord. So be sure to come in, join the Discord, and say hi, because there were a lot of gifted subs tonight. So you may be a sub now and not even know it.
That is true.
All right, so yeah, Monday nights, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Super Retro Game Show Extreme, playing Majora's Ass. And then on Saturdays, Diz, what we have on Saturday?
Saturday we have Non-Actual Heroes Cataclysm at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, that will be my last episode. So not this Saturday, but the following Saturday.
But the
This
next
Saturday we got
right?
Bucks campaign. Next Saturday is my campaign at 8 p.m. Eastern, and on Nerdacopia Network. Then we're calling it until the next year.
Yep. All right. With that, I think that's everything that we need to cover. Everyone, thank you once again for the fourth and final time. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Please come by and watch our stuff. Drop a follow. We really appreciate that. And with that, we'll say good night and goodbye. And then we hope all your rolls are nat 20s. Bye, everybody.